It is Sandy Bacus here, Sandy B. Stitcher. Been a while. I'm back to give you some updates. I don't really have anything to show you right now, and this is just going to be a short video explaining what's been going on and when I'm going to be back, which is hopefully very soon. Um, and I still do have those two items I was giving away. I have the names, and I'm going to take care of that um, hopefully next week. Um, it's crazy. That's all I can say. Um, it is March, and I look and my calendar says February. See, that's about how things go for me. Look, it's March 14th. No, it's March 15th because this is Sunday. You see what I mean? Is there's no hope. I just keep trying to go and go and go. Anyways, the last time I talked to you, I told you I was going to be doing all these things, and as per usual, life never goes the way you think it's going. You make your plans, and then God laughs, and then you go on from there. Um, I said I was going to be decluttering. I said a lot of stuff about stitching. I have not been stitching. There was very little stitching done since the last time I was here, and I really can't remember when that was. So we're not going to worry about it. But I try, people. I really try. But anyways, um, I told you I was going to be decluttering my house, which I have been working on. That is one thing that I have been working on. Um, so far, I have taken two trunk loads of stuff to the Goodwill. I have more ready to go. I am trying to downsize, minimalize. I think that's a word. Minimize, maybe. Um, just a lot of things like that, clearing stuff out. Um, also, just trying to look at spring cleaning and thinking about different things with that that needs to be done. And I have very little use of my arms. If you haven't picked up on that before, I can get this one up to here. This one I can get up to here before the pain starts, and I can raise it up, but it's very painful. I have had a cortisone shot in there, done under x-ray so they could make sure they got it in the exact right spot for the arthritis. But I still have a lot of pain in the back of the shoulder and in the muscles in this arm. Unfortunately, they told me there's nothing else they can do for my arm for this one, that it's probably nerve damage from when I broke it, and or it could be a lot of pain from my autoimmune disease, and I don't know. And this one, it just doesn't work. I've had a reverse shoulder replacement. It just doesn't work. So um, because of that, everything that I do is a slow go, plus my back issues. And I'm not even going to talk about that because there's not really a lot they can do about that either. But I am trying, slow but sure, to get things done. I went to church today for the first time in a while. Um, Went out to lunch after with a couple of my lady friends from church. That was very enjoyable. Um, I need to be able to get out and do things. And my bra strap keeps showing, so I'll just keep covering it up. Um, Another big issue for me has been that I'm taking a medication called Cymbalta. The generic is duloxetine. Um, I am taking it for several things, one of which is depression, another is for anxiety, and another is for pain. I was taking, and if you're familiar with this is why I'm giving you this information because you might know about it or know someone else who is taking it. Um, Duloxetine can, or Cymbalta, can help with different things for different people. Um, what works for one may not work for another. A dosage that may work for one person may not work for another, and it may work for that first person for a while, but then not work anymore, and or slow down the help that it's giving you. That's what happened to me. I was slowly put on that up to 60 milligrams, and I was taking 60 milligrams once a day for a long time, and it was helping, but it wasn't helping with pain, but it was helping my depression, and it was helping my anxiety. I'm sitting here now and I'm twisting my fingers. Although you couldn't see that, maybe you could see my upper arms moving. That's anxiety. And I had gone back to the doctor, and they had decided that I needed to double that 60 milligrams. And so I was moved to 120 twice a day. So I would take 60 in the morning and 60 at night. And oh my gosh, it did wonders for my pain. It was really starting to help. And I was starting to feel like I was on top of the world because my pain was less. I was able to do more. And then until I wasn't. And what happened is another, well, there's lots of side effects from Cymbalta, but what happened is it just started making me so tired. I couldn't get out of bed in the morning. Um, Through the day, I would have to take one or two naps. Sometimes I would get up, and 2 hours later, I'd have to go back to bed for a couple of hours. And I mean, I'd sleep. I There were days where I probably slept 16 to 18 hours altogether, putting all the little naps together. And that's not how I want to live my life. And that's why I wasn't stitching, because I had no desire to stitch. I had no desire to do too much of anything. And I was forcing myself to try to do the work around here with the decluttering. And I had some other projects that I was working on and wanted to work on, but I couldn't anymore. I had no motivation. I had um, no energy. I was so tired all the time. My brain fog. Um, and sometimes I didn't even want to look at the television. I mean, I would just sit in this chair and my eyes would be closed and I would either be sleeping or I would just be sitting there. So that's bad. That is really bad. That is not living life. And I realized that it was the medication. So I read up on it, and Cymbalta is very, very difficult to get down from. It apparently sinks its hooks into your body and your mind and everything, and can cause some terrible things if you try to get off of it too quickly. So I personally decided that, well, I sent a message to my doctor and said that, this is what's happening, and I am going to start reducing my amount. And I told him how I was going to go about it, which was I was going to start taking the night amount, like maybe every other or every third night. And I started out with every other night. I had no problems with that. Then I went to maybe once every 3 nights, and I'm there. I don't have any problems, any issues with that. It's not caused me any side effects from going down on the medication. continuing the amount I'm taking in the daytime because I was taking that before with no problems. When I do meds for this next time, I may actually stop taking it altogether at night. When I looked it up online, it said just stop taking it at night, but I that worried me. I didn't want to have some horrible things added on to what I was already going through. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to get my stitching back out because I'm not having. If I do take a nap during the day, it might be an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm not laying down and being out for 2-3 hours at a time. I'm starting to catch up on a few of the things around the house here. And on top of all of this, I decided that when I was going to do this decluttering, that I was going to redo my kitchen. Yeah. So I had a workman here for 2 weeks straight. He took out all my old cabinets, old countertop. He put in new cabinets. Love them. Oh my gosh. I'll have to show you guys at some point, maybe in a week or two when everything gets finished. I'll give you a little view around my kitchen. But the cabinets are light gray. Countertop is beautiful. It's just laminate. It's nothing expensive. It's just cheap stuff, but compared to marble or granite or any of that kind of stuff, I wanted something easy to take care of, and laminate is that. So, and it is beautiful, and I'm so happy with it. But I'm still trying to put things away in my cabinets. I did lose a little bit of space because I used to have cabinets above my refrigerator, and I had wanted to get a side by side refrigerator in the past, and I couldn't because of my cabinets that were there. And I didn't want to rip them out then. So I didn't, I told them, don't put cabinets up there. And then because of that, we had to do something about the walls. So I chose to have beadboard put up. So he put beadboard up behind all the cabinets, and that's two walls. And then previously I had had like this kitchen paneling up in there, and that Bob had put up a long time ago. And then I had two walls that were painted. So my daughter helped me pick out a real pretty color. It's called Lavender Cloud, and the paint chips things look like it'll go really good with the cabinets and the countertops. And he is going to, he's got the beadboard is all up. He's got to paint. And he had a vacation planned for this past week. So he went on vacation, and he'll be back tomorrow morning. And he will start, he has a few little odds and ends to finish, and then he will start the painting. And so I figure another week, and then he should be out of here, and then I can finish up putting everything away up there how I want it, and then continue on with my decluttering. I have at this point not finished any particular room because I would get one room almost finished, and then the course thing that I was following, the online course, um, would go to another room, and I was having trouble keeping up with that because of my pain in my arms. And then I had to take my whole kitchen out and bring it and put it down here. So then I had all that down here. Now I have moved most of that back up to the kitchen. And so I'm continuing on, but I did get a lot done. I did finish one whole room. That was my downstairs bathroom, and I spring cleaned it all. I still have to wash the curtains and wash the windows, but that won't be a big deal because I have the they lower into the clean the outside on the inside. So I still have to go ahead and do that, but I may need some help when I do that because I don't have a lot of strength in these arms. Um, and anyways, that's what's been going on, and I've been talking enough that I think you got the gist of this. It's almost 15 minutes. I'm gonna get off of here and let you know my plan now. We don't always follow through with our plans, but let's try to count on the fact that next weekend sometime that I am going to come back with another video. I will have a little bit of cross stitch to show you because I did do a little bit before, but in trying to clean up here, I put it away and I didn't want to dig it out again right now. So I'm going to get that out this week. I'm going to do a little bit on that, so I'll show you that. I am going to have the names for the winners on those two charts that I was giving away. One was a little kit, and the other one, well, I don't know if I'd call it a kit, but it was, anyways, I have those. And I will have the names pulled and give those out, and have, hopefully I'll be able to have started on my craft room upstairs, and I'll have a couple more things that to give away because I have tons of charts up there that I either have already done or that I know I will never have time to get them done. So hang in there. I'll be back. I promise. I know I've promised before, but I really mean it. I really do. And we're going to get back on the horse, and we're going to take off at a gallop, and I'm going to have stuff. And so let everybody know. Come and watch the videos because I'm going to be here. And so I'm going to send out my love and hugs to everybody. Hope everything is going well for you guys. Physically, other than my infirmities, I feel pretty good. My brain still works. That's a plus. So we'll see you all next weekend. All right. Bye-bye.